Okay.
So my name is Kathryn L'Heureux. I am a senior consultant, and I just promoted to senior at the end of November, so I'm still kind of a new senior consultant. But I'm here today to be able to talk to you about how I moved to a new area and knew absolutely nobody. I am originally from Arizona. I started this business back in May of 2017, and when I first started, I was partying maybe one party every like 3 or 4 months. I kept myself active during those times I wasn't partying just by placing a sale just so I could stay in the business, knowing I wanted to do more, but I scared myself for it. When I first started, I was living in Tucson, Arizona. 2 months after I signed up, moved to Phoenix, Arizona, so I didn't really know anybody up there, and I was still driving down to Tucson to do my parties for the people I did have down there. Now, I was serving and really just paying like bill-to-bill type of payments and wasn't able to have any extra fun money and that kind of stuff, which is one of the reasons I did join this business, was to be able to make that extra income and just, you know, have fun, right? Some of the bills and payments. So my fiance is going to school in Pittsburgh, Kansas at Pitt State, so that's what moved us over here. We moved in July. We actually got here July 4th at 12:34 a.m. And we made the drive. I have 2 cats and a hedgehog, so they were all in the cab of our truck with me and everything. But so before, I went to a conference last year, and that's when it was in Vegas. I actually met a lady that was sitting next to me, and she was talking to me about how she was moving states. So I asked her, she's like, I've already got 3 parties booked. I'm like, what did you do? Like, how did you do that? She's like, girl, I just went on those Facebook, like, yard sale pages and advertised, like, I did parties. So I did that, and I actually booked a party for July 5th, and then also one for July 6th. So literally the day after we arrived, and then 2 days after that. So
wow.
Yeah. I didn't even have, like, so, like, my lingerie for my inventory and my, like, demo stuff was still in our moving truck. I had my demo kit with me, and that was pretty much it. So I was kind of just partying from that because we didn't have access to the moving truck until a couple of days after we actually arrived and got there. So with those parties, the first one I did, kind of low sales, but we had like 4 or 5 girls that ended up showing up, including the hostess. I did book 3 more parties from that party. The second party, no one showed up, so her husband ended up coming home, and I just did a little one-on-one with her and her husband, and she bought almost like $300 worth of products herself. So that was kind of exciting. But other than that, I knew absolutely nobody here. So what I was trying to do, little disclaimer, I have really bad anxiety. Like, I take medication for my anxiety. I have emergency medication for my anxiety. So there are times I'm going to a party and I start having major panic attacks, and I have to take the medication to help calm me down. It has nothing to do with what I do. That's just how I am. Because I don't really get nervous talking in front of people. Sometimes I do, but like knowing if I'm doing it in a performance type of way, I don't. So I'm not sure what brings that on. Anyway, so I like am terrified of going out of my comfort zone and going and meeting people and talking to people, but I knew it was a necessity here. So I don't know if you guys have heard of Julie Salter, but she is like my grandma on the team. So my upline is Tammy Allen, her upline is Julie Salter. She made something called Feet on the Street. What that is, it's these little like raffle ticket cards, and you'll go up to somebody and be like, hey, like, my name's Kathryn, I'm a Pure Romance consultant. Have you heard of Pure Romance? Most of the time I was getting no's. They'd be like, no, like, what is that? Oh, we're a company that specializes in educating women on their sexual health and sexual wellness. I do in-home parties that are really fun, and I showcase bath and beauty products, lingerie, and other type of enhancements as well, whether it's with a partner or yourself. So I'm doing a $50 raffle for $50 in free product. Sorry, I always say that wrong. I'm doing a free raffle for $50 in free product. I literally, even to people, I say that wrong all the time, and they always laugh. But all I need to do is have you fill this out if you're interested. And let me tell you, I was terrified. Like, I literally, when we got there, every single person that was a woman that I met, restaurants, the serving, the waitressing, bartenders, getting rid of like our moving boxes. I dropped them off at a lady's house, and I asked her and got her like signed on one of these. Like, I literally asked everybody. I think I asked in my first month here probably close to 30 or 40 women, which honestly is actually not that many. Like, I could have gone a lot more and asked for more numbers, but I didn't because I was still kind of scared. So I try to ask everybody. I'm not the type that if someone's like grocery shopping, I can just approach somebody grocery shopping. Like I feel like I have to have a reason to talk to somebody. That makes me more comfortable, so that's a good starting point for myself to be comfortable approaching someone about this. But out of like the 30 or 40, I only had 2 people not actually fill one of these out. So it's their name, phone, email, and then there's a part where it says, would you like to have a free ladies night? Yes, maybe, no. Would you like to meet me for a catalog and coffee date? Yes, maybe, no. Want to learn more about earning money to party? Yes, maybe, no. Want to win $50 or more? Yes, maybe, no. So then they would receive this. I usually would write down a little note on the back, like the date, and then also where I like met them from, so that way I just had a visual and would remember the name to their face. But I would text them right away and be like, hey, so-and-so, like this is Kathryn. I have a digital business card, so I just took a picture of my business card on my phone. So I send them my digital business card so they have my face and the name to remember as well. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey, like this is Kathryn, you're in my drawing for $50 of free product, but if you want to be an instant winner, text me back your favorite ice cream flavor. And sometimes some of the girls did, some of the girls didn't. The girls that did, I would text them back immediately and be like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. All you have to do to redeem is have a fun free ladies night, invite some of your girlfriends over, and then you'll get the $50 in free product. I had some ladies book from that. Not everybody. Majority, they don't. And that's okay. Like, that's why you want to be asking everybody, because the more numbers you get and you're talking to, the more yeses you're going to have. Just like you always hear in this business, you got to go for the no, go for the no. So even though they were filling out raffle tickets, they weren't necessarily responding to my text. So that's kind of where my no's were happening. So I really liked last year how we had that go for the no challenge, get 100 people that you talk to and go for those no's. So I was kind of challenging myself like that. I needed a little extra motivator, so I love being able to buy people things and spoil people. I'm not a shopper for myself, I'm a shopper for my friends and family. So I was setting a minimum of talking to at least 5 ladies every single day. And if I achieved that minimum, I would allow myself to put $20 into what I called my spoils jar. And that was a jar that all that money I would be able to take and use to buy anything for anybody or however else I wanted to use it. That was like my little motivator to reach my daily goals. There were times I would actually go around the college campus and in between classes, if there were girls walking and stuff, I'd go up and talk to them and just introduce myself and be like, hey, I'm looking for my next hostess, or do you like to have fun? Some people would be like, no. A lot of people looked at me like, what is this crazy woman doing? And that like really made my anxiety like spike up. But I did it, and it did get a little bit easier as I did it more and more. I got lucky. I changed my address on Pure Romance. Be sure to do that, because I did have a woman that reached out to me wanting to book a bachelorette party, and I was one of the 2 names that popped up for Pittsburgh, Kansas, and she chose me. And she did it, she said she chose me just because of my picture that was on my website versus the other girl's picture. So, and that ended up being over $1,000 in sales for that party. And I booked a couple from those parties.
Awesome.
From that one, and each party has been over $1,000 from that group. So that's really exciting, but it's really just, I mean, this is the most I've ever partied, and this is the most I've done in my business. Am I doing as much as other people? No. But I am very proud of what I've been doing because, like I said, starting off, I was only doing like 1 party every like 3 or 4 months. Now I'm consistently doing about 4 to 6 parties each month. They may not all be high in sales, but it's still getting that experience, still going out there, still making those connections. Because I'll tell you, even some of the girls that have only bought like maybe 2 bath items or something and haven't spent a lot of money, those girls, they will reach out to me. They will send me contacts with their friends if they hear somebody. I got in touch with a pelvic floor therapist, and she'll reach out to me to get recommendations on products that she can recommend to her clients. So it's really all about just making those connections. I do take, this is my little marketing bag, I take this with me. Like when I go to restaurants and everything, for one, like the bright pink, people will be like, oh my gosh, like that bag is so pretty, or wow, that's a really bright purse. I'm like, great. And I have a little over-the-shoulder strap one too, and that one I actually won from my team. So I'd be like, I won this. They're like, what? How? I'm like, oh, my business. Like, and then kind of get into my Pure Romance commercial from that. But in here I've got the feet on the street cards. I also have little goodie bags, and with these I usually with the goodie bags, I'll go to different stores, like walk around a mall or something, and I'll go up to the clerks that are working there, introduce myself, talk to them, and I'll give them a little goodie bag, like, hey, thank you for using up some of your time to talk to me and just chat with me for a couple minutes. It's got my business card, it's got a little Smartie, it's got a coupon for like place an order in the next 30 days to receive 50% off your total. Book a fun girls' night out to get 10% off of your sales and free product plus $500 added to your total party sales. So that's just $50 free product for them. And then join my team and earn $75 to $150 an hour and get an amazing sign-on bonus. What can an extra $1,000 monthly do for you? And again, that has my contact information. On the back of that, it says, "Hey Smartie, book a party." Hence why there's a Smartie in there. I also made ones that are like little penny dates. So when I was walking around the campus, if I saw couples, and I'd be passing out the penny dates after I talked to them. The key is you always want to get their information back. You don't want to just be handing stuff out. So get their information first, and then you give them your business card or your information. Sometimes some girls wouldn't want to fill out the raffle ticket. I would ask them, like, okay, that's fine. Can I text you? And like, would you like to learn more about the parties? Like, I can text you. I'd be like, yeah, give me your phone number. And then I would send them a little introduction text, again with that digital business card, so they see my face. Another thing that I have done as well is that this is my little like mini demo kit to go. So it's the toy tote, and then I've got the travel sizes. So walking around, and someone's like, well, what are some products that you have? It's like, oh, here, like, let me show you. It's like, I've got the Coochie, I've got the Cocoa Glow, I have the Body Dew, and I really actually, like, with people with tattoos, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, I love your tattoo, do you mind if I show you a product? And, that's not the Body Dew, but with the Body Dew, I'd actually spray this on their tattoo, and with their permission, of course, but just kind of having these products to be able to show and have a little mini demo just kind of carrying around, it really just helped people understand that we're not just all, like, sex toys and bedroom accessories, like, we're a lot more than that. So, and that's pretty much what I've done and still doing. So if anybody wants to ever walk around with me and we can take turns talking to girls, feel free, because I always like having a partner, because it's way easier having someone else with me.
I live in Pittsburgh, so we should do that.
Oh yes, we should.
So then you guys can then maybe even just be like, oh, I talked to this many people, do like a mini competition if you guys are playful, you know, competition wise.
Yeah.
So as a recap, what you did was you went on to, you told me, you said something specific when you posted into like the buy-sell trade groups. What did you specifically say? Because
So
I loved what you said.
I specifically said, like, hey, my name's Kathryn. I am just moving to the area, so I'm brand new. I don't have any friends, and I'm looking for some awesome female friends to hang out with and show me around. I didn't even mention anything about my business at that point. So it wasn't until a couple messaged me that I told them, like, just getting to know them and converse with them, that I told them about my business, and that's when I booked the party. So it wasn't even in the buy-sell trade groups that I was, like, advertising. I did post, like, when I got here, I did post about the business, like, hey, I'm looking for some awesome, fun, free hostess that just want to have their ladies over for a fun, free night, with a little cute, like, book a party type of graphic. But when I first moved here, just to get to know people, because I wanted friends. I'm like an extrovert introvert, so I wanted to meet people. So that's why I just posted, like, I'm looking for some awesome female friends, and I had people reach out to me that way.
So basically you made the connection before
Yep.
you asked for the party, just like we teach everybody, each of you to do, is make the connection first.
Yeah.
before you.
And that's the thing, like, when I was walking around, I always made sure that I complimented somebody. And they're genuine compliments. Like, it is not hard for me to find something on anybody to compliment. So always, like, smile, always just kind of keep your chin up, because you're going to be looking more confident that way, even if you're terrified like I am. But keep your chin up, but you always just want to compliment. So even if, like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes, where did you get them? That can be a nice conversation starter. Or even if it's like, hey, like, I love that shirt, where did you get it? Yeah.
Okay, so as a recap, you posted in the buy-sell trade groups and just said, I wanted to meet some new friends, meet some new people, and kind of hang out, right?
Yep.
And then later, like maybe a week or so later, you can probably go ahead and then post something about booking a party. And then you went around, what do you call those things?
I just call this, like, my mini demo kit.
Not that one, the other one.
Oh, feet on the street.
The feet on the street. So would you say that's how you got most of your leads and your bookings whenever you actually got here? Because they already met you, you already communicated with them.
Oh yeah.
They had a face-to-face, almost like a hands-on. They knew your personality somewhat. They knew of you, and you got their information. So that's actually, so basically networking yourself out there, and offering a $50 free raffle, right?
And just like side note, my fiance is really good at marketing me too. So when he's walking around, if he's got like girls in his class or something, and sometimes he'll like talk to me and be like, hey, like my fiance is this awesome business, so use your partners, use your friends, have them market for you too.
Yep. You guys have any questions for Kathryn?
Where in the world do you get that small printed on the back like a card size? All of that information.
For the feet on the street one?
No.
Or are you talking about from our
Yes.
moving one?
Oh, that came from, I think,
That's
on the COO.
It's under the training.pureromancecom now, under the resources, but these are still on there. The last time I checked anyway, they were still on there.
Because I have them in mine.
I can't ever get them printed off that small.
It prints off in a thing of 9, I think.
9 or 8.
9 or 8 in the sheet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just did it
So
for
it already,
my
it already
goal.
comes out together. It's not just one.
But you can do like you can go to Office Max since we have those, or Office Depot, whatever it's called. We have those discount cards, so
Yep.
a lot of consultants will go there for those discounts and get stuff printed. I just do it at home because I don't pay for my printer ink or paper because I've got the HP, so I just do like $6 a month and then print however much I need.
Anybody else have any questions for Kathryn? Well, thank you, Kathryn, so much. Yay! So, yay!